Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua stated this. He said, if Fury wins 50-50 fight, I'll fight Fury. If Wilder wins, I'll fight Wilder. And this is what he said verbatim. He said, so we both have important fights of our career, both 50-50 fights as well, which is really good for boxing at the end of the day, Joshua said. So inevitably, I've got a rematch clause if the worst happens. I'm not too sure what Fury's situation is. So if I lose, I'm fighting Usyk again. The undisputed title fight gets put on hold. If I win, I'll fight either one of them. If Fury wins, I'll fight Fury. If Wilder wins, I'll fight Wilder. If Fury wins and doesn't take the fight with me because on his hit list, he said that he wants to fight. I think he said he wants to fight Dillian White first or Derek Chisora first or something like that. Then I'll fight Wilder. Sports books throughout the world favor Joshua more than 2-1 margin versus Usyk, of course. But back to Joshua, he says, there's no problem with challenging any fighter in the heavyweight division, Joshua said. It doesn't always mean that they have to have the belt either. If they're a good opponent and they're going to have or going to give me a good challenge, each fighter has to motivate you. They have to make you want to get better in training camp. So either one of those guys are good fighters. Both have been champions. Fury's going to make his first WBC title defense in 2 weeks. Wilder has actually defended the belt a few times, 10. So they're both good fighters, both 50-50 in terms of where they are in their careers. And I'll fight any of them anytime, win, lose, or draw in 2 weeks for them. Any one of them that's ready, I'll fight anyone. Those are the words of Anthony Joshua. So the good thing about this, what I can take from reading what Anthony Joshua's spitting out, is that he'll fight any of those guys. It's not like, hey, if Fury wins, I'm going to fight Fury. If Wilder wins, I'm going to fight someone else. I'm going to fight Joyce. You know, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And then I can understand why the skeptics, you know, the haters of Anthony Joshua would be in an uproar over that, you know. But the thing is, it's all about keeping the same energy like Deontay Wilder has proclaimed, you know, and stated. And that's absolutely true, you know, but that works both ways, right? You can't say, hey, keep the same energy, or I hear he's already making excuses. That's not the same energy. Basically, if you want to fight someone, just tell them, okay, we'll see if you win. We'll see if you be a man of your word. Like you said, if you beat Usyk and I beat Fury, then you fight me. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about. Now, the strange thing about this is that Joshua said, well, hey, you don't necessarily need the belt for me to fight you. What I think he meant by that is, if he loses to Usyk twice and Fury beats Wilder again, that would leave Joshua and Wilder, right? Joshua would have 3 losses because the 2 to Usyk, because he would have to fight Usyk again. And Wilder would have 2 losses, the 2 losses to Tyson Fury. And neither one of them would be champions. But does that mean they retire after that? I hope not. If they decide, hey, we're still warriors, the better man won that day, I'll have my day again. You know what? Let me fight whoever's around. And whoever's around is the 2 guys that lost, him and Joshua. So they can still fight based on what this means. This opens up possibilities for other possible outcomes besides both guys having a belt. And the only reason they're fighting because they both have the belt. You know what I mean? Because if it was all about, hey, the only reason I'm fighting you is because of the championship belt, that narrows the opportunity for these guys to ever fight. Because you know how boxing is these days. You see all these guys And a lot of them are just going for the gusto. They're going for the belt. They're going for the way to get to the quickest championship. They're not trying to fight the toughest guys on the way through. They're not trying to play that Dillian White type style. What they're trying to do, they're trying to fight the one person they need to put themselves in an eliminating situation, right? That's it. But Joshua is saying, well, hey, if he loses, I'll still fight him. I'll fight anyone in the heavyweight division. Okay. The only thing I didn't like about it is how it was written. You know, he said, if Fury wins 50-50 fight, I'll fight Fury. If Wilder wins, I'll fight Wilder. Now, he said, if you look at if Fury wins 50-50 fight, like 50-50 fight in regards to what? Is he talking about money? Okay, because it's like, 50-50 fight. Or is he talking about the opportunity or the chances of them winning? Okay, so I don't know. Keith Idec wrote this, okay, from Boxing Scene. So I don't know what he meant by that, because maybe he meant if Fury wins, it's a 50-50 fight. If him and Wilder fight, it's a 50-50 chance of any of them winning. Hopefully that's what it is, because people could turn this here around and say, hey, you know what? He was saying that he'll give Tyson Fury 50% or 50-50 fight, and then he'll fight Wilder, but he won't give him a 50-50 fight. So if you read that and you're not really thinking about it, and you didn't read what Anthony Joshua actually said, you could say, you know what? He's trying to give Tyson Fury a 50-50 fight, but if this is Wilder, he ain't giving Wilder a 50-50 fight. See, that's that BS I was talking about before. That's what he did, So then you would open up some can of worms and the possibilities of people getting mad to use certain things to split their perception of their narrative, right? But I think and feel that Joshua's willing to fight anyone in the heavyweight division. Why not? He's taken the loss. Wilder's taken this loss. If Wilder beats Tyson Fury, he'll have a loss too. So everybody will be beaten. Everyone will be beaten. But the good thing about that is it's going to be hard for Wilder, if he loses to Tyson Fury again, to get an opportunity at Joshua. But to see if that happens, it's like you go back to the same thing. I told you so. You made the wrong decision. You and your team made the wrong decision to fight Tyson Fury that actually absolutely had nothing to offer you, rather than go for the gusto and make more money fighting Joshua and getting 3 belts. See, if you took Wilder and you put him in place of Andy Ruiz, and he would have beaten Anthony Joshua more than likely by knockout, right? Or whatever. Okay, well, then we would have already had an undisputed fight 2 years ago. Okay? You know what I mean? And the heavyweight division would have been more evolved than it is now. Now we're on a standstill looking at the same stuff. Joshua's doing his thing because he's doing his mandatories or whatever, regular, standard protocol. But as far as these two guys, this is actually, the stopper, because it's stopping up the division. But eventually, hopefully, from this win, we will see who does what with who next. Now, also, though, I got to add before wrapping this up, it's not really a good idea, and I think it's rather taboo for Anthony Joshua to be talking about any of these guys until he gets past Usyk. I think this should be something that he discusses after he beats Usyk. That's if he beats Usyk. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua stating that he will fight either one if they win. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.